And that's an incredible statement, John Hartson, to make, isn't it? It's entirely accurate. But the fact that there's not a desperation for Kyogo to be back at the moment, and obviously he's out for a few more weeks by the sounds of it.
Yeah, and Giakoumakis seems to have stepped up, which everybody wanted him to. There was it wasn't divided. I think everybody thought that Giakoumakis had the potential. He just needed a couple of games, to get that little bit of rust out and things like that. And I thought he was excellent against Rangers. I thought he bullied Bassi and Goldston. I thought he was a threat all night. He backing in. He looked strong. He could have scored.
Unlucky not to score, really.
He powered that header in, didn't he? When Alan McGregor made that save off when Jota come inside and hit it towards McGregor, then the rebound, and that's what I like to see. Your big centre forward going and attacking the ball, making it yours, and just thought we saw a different side to him. He wanted to be up there. He wanted to get in amongst the defenders, win fouls, get the team up the pitch. And we have lots of options now. Maeda went up there at the weekend for a period, got himself a goal. And the options. But what I would say is as well, Gary, this is now Ange's team.
Yeah.
Against Rangers, there was two players. There was McGregor and Taylor were the only two players that Ange hasn't brought in from the starting lineup. So now we must be thinking, well, this is my team. He's getting the authority to bring in who he wants because of the start of the season that he's made. And to think he's only been at the club 7 or 8 months. Well, what a job he's doing.
I tell you what then, does that then open up? Everyone always talks about players moving and English Premier League clubs looking at players. There must be eyes looking and thinking from England, big clubs, clubs in England thinking, what a job he's done.
Yeah.
What a way he's turned that around. Forget looking at the players he's brought in. What about the man who's actually driving it? Yeah. So you'd imagine if this continues, you suddenly then create interest somewhere else and people start to look, because it's his first real foray. Well, it's his first foray in British football. You hear a lot of players saying when they come to Rangers or Celtic, their aim, they probably say it wrongly, but their aim is to go and play in the Premier League. They want to take that next step to the Premier League. They see it as a stepping stone. I'm not saying Ange sees it as a stepping stone. However, it may be because other clubs will look and think, I quite like what he's doing. Owners, he's such an impact in such a short space of time in one transfer window. Okay, we can talk now since January, but that was one window in the summer. He made such an impact, and you see the team growing in the style of play. Owners all want sexy football. The guys that put in the millions, they want to see their team play beautiful football. And Ange Postecoglou is playing good football. So I wouldn't be surprised further in the line if bigger clubs start to have a look.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And of course, for himself, it will be his success. Now, already this season he's been a success because he's won the first trophy available, which is the League Cup. He sits on top of the league. We have a home game in the Scottish Cup at the weekend. And ultimately, managers are judged on their success. They're judged on their leagues, how many trophies they win. And he's certainly going the right way about it. And what Craig said there about other teams looking at managers everywhere, he'd be being looked at this moment in time as somebody who's doing a fabulous job from what he inherited, by the way, as well at the start of the season. Everybody thought Brendan Rodgers wouldn't leave the club. And I think if he's successful, he'll stay for many years because I think he genuinely loves it here. And I think he's appreciative of the fact that Celtic took him from really nowhere. Nobody'd heard of him. I know he was managing the J League. He'd had a great pedigree managing the national team of Australia. But he would have coming to Celtic as a huge stepping stone for him. And Celtic, credit to them, they earmarked him and they brought him in. So there was a risk, really, not so much for Ange. Ange would have appreciated it. And I think he's the type of guy, humility, he's got all these things about him. I think he's the type of manager, if somebody did come calling, I know we didn't see that with Brendan Rodgers, but if somebody did come calling, I think he's the type of guy, Ange, to go, do you know what? Celtic give me my big break here. They give me my big break. Yes, I'll continue to be successful. And I don't think he's in danger of going anywhere, in the foreseeable future.
No, not in the I think a couple of things from that, Gary. You said relaxation and an old firm manager. I don't think I've ever heard those two quotes in the same sentence. I don't think relaxation's the word. But what you get with clubs, I'm saying bigger clubs, and I don't mean bigger profile in Celtic. I just mean bigger finances and bigger resources and, bigger leagues effectively. Clubs like that in those big leagues plan ahead. They look 2 or 3 managers down the line. what's our style of play, what's our philosophy, who fits the profile. And I would imagine if there's a system that brings up a red light for someone who's doing the job, Ange Postecoglou's name will be flashing on a few clubs to think, wow, that's one to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
You know, because him coming into Europe again, I know he was coached in Greece for a while, but coming into Europe, that's opened a completely new market for him. When clubs in Europe may not have looked to the J League for a manager, they're now thinking, whoa, because John said it, the impact he's had on such a short space of time. When you think a lot of foreign owners in England, Watford, I think 16 managers in 9 years. They want instant impact. They want people to come in, change things, make it work. How's it going? It doesn't work, move out, bring the next one in. So you're looking for a manager, not like Watford. I'm just saying, that kind of profile, what they look, they want instant impact. And Ange Postecoglou's instant impact has been phenomenal.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.